But what's going on, everybody? Zakk Wylde here. Just getting ready to roll with the Pantera celebration down with the Australian.
Yep. Lost you there for a sec.
We back?
Yep, we're back. I'll just turn my camera off, mate, so that it improves the reception sometimes.
All right.
Can we run through that again?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Zakk Wylde, Pantera celebration, getting ready to roll with the Australian chapter.
Beautiful. Zakk, thanks for joining us this morning, mate.
You got it, man. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. So, as you say, Pantera hit Australia to headline Knotfest very soon, starting in Melbourne on March the 21st before hitting Sydney on the 23rd and Brisbane the 24th. So, are you packed and ready to go, mate, or do you leave things like that to the last minute?
Yeah, without a doubt. We just got done wrapping up the last run of the headlining shows, and then we just did wrapped it up right around near Madison Square Garden, which was pretty amazing. And then yeah, it's been a great time. I mean, every night, celebrating Dime, Vinny, and Philip and Rex, and this amazing thing that they created that just brings everyone together. So it's a beautiful thing every night.
Excellent. And Knotfest also features Lamb of God, Disturbed, Skindred, Halestorm, The Who, Arson Alexandra, and plenty more, mate. So, is there anyone on the lineup that you haven't played with before?
I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it long enough where, throughout the years, you get to know everybody throughout, festivals and doing shows with them and then doing tours with them. So, the Lamb of God guys, we've known for a while now. So it's always great seeing them.
What's it like backstage at something like Knotfest, bro? Like, I can imagine it'd just be like a high school reunion or buddies catching up.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but mind you, it is, pretty stacked throughout the day. I mean, between the sound checks and then we do the Pantera VIPs and the meet and greets and everything like that. So there's really not a lot of time to hang. And then usually after we get done with the show, we split.
Yeah.
So, you're off to the next town. So, but yeah, I mean, the times that we do get to hang, it's always a good time, man.
Yeah. And of course, this will be the first time that this lineup of Pantera has toured Australia with yourself and Charlie Benante in the lineup. So, what can fans expect from the show?
Nothing. Basically, we've been doing it now for about, which I can't believe. I mean, it's been over a year since we first went down and had the first batch of rehearsals and boot camp and everything like that between playing down in Mexico City and everything like that, and then Chile, all the South American chapters. But no, it's every night. Like I said, I'm beyond honored and to pay tribute to Dime and Vinny and all the fellas, man. It's just, like I said, it's a beautiful thing every night, man.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about this new tour version of Pantera a bit more, mate. Like, you've been quoted as saying that it's just Phil, Rex, and a few of their buddies. Like, it's an interesting way to look at it.
Wait, what's the question again, boss?
So you've been quoted as saying that this lineup is just Phil and Rex and a few of their buddies. Like, it's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just like, we're allied forces, me and Charlie over here. So, yeah, whatever. I mean, I always, whenever talks about us doing this Pantera celebration, it was just, I always told Phil and Rex and, whenever you guys feel it's the right time and you'd want to do it, of course, I'll be here to support you guys and pay tribute to the brothers. So that's the way it's always been. So yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, we've all been friends for years, so it's just it's a gathering of friends going out celebrating what they created.
Yeah. And the music world has been alight with rumors of this happening for years, bro. But how long has it actually seriously been discussed by you guys?
What, doing the Pantera celebration?
Yeah.
It's been for a while. I mean, as long as I can remember. You know, after Diamond passed away, when Vinny was around, there was talks about it then. So, you know, before Vinny had passed away. So, but you know, I mean, I just said, guys, if you ever need, you know, no different than, you know, your truck breaking down in the middle of the night and you call me up and you go, Zakk, can you come pick me up? So it's like, no problem. I'll be there in a little bit.
Good way to look at it. And the first show, as you say, was back at Mexico's Heaven and Hell Festival last year. So how were the nerves before that show, mate? Like, you got a lot on your plate. You're not just playing music. You're, like you say, you're celebrating a legacy. How were the nerves?
Just make sure you remember the songs.
That's it.
Yeah. What approach did you take before the kabuki drop? Oh, just make sure you remember the songs.
And how was the show? Like, how did it go down? Was it everything you expected?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. That was probably the last time I got butterflies in my stomach, you know, before the kabuki drop, like kind of like how I did my first show with Ozzy back when I was 20 years old. So it was like the anticipation, like, wow, the rush. Because otherwise, you know, you just try and stay as calm as possible for the show. That's the way I always approach it. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're playing a phone booth or you're playing in front of 100,000 people. It's just you approach it the same way.
Yeah. And of course, mate, like yourself and Dimebag were great friends, bro. So from a personal perspective, what does it mean to you to be up there playing music he wrote?
Uh, like I said, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, and you know, seeing the reactions on everybody, because you know, the Pantera faithful that have seen the band, you know, could take a trip down memory lane and just get flooded with awesome memories of back in the day, and then you have all the younger generation that never got to witness the real thing. So, you know, for them to hear, you know, to still hear this music live just shows you how the strength of the songs and the strength of what the guys created. So it's like I said, I think it's a beautiful thing every night, just seeing the looks on everyone's faces. Because you know, I never got a chance to see Zeppelin live. So I mean, it would be, you know, kind of the same thing with me if they went out and toured with Jason. You know, it's like the same kind of thing. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, it's not Zeppelin, but it's just to hear those songs and see the guys perform. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And then how, like, if at all, do you put your own spin on things? Like, do you try and recreate what Dime did, or do you put a bit of Zakk into it as well?
No, you play the songs. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna play how I play, but you stay faithful to the songs.
Yeah. But you've got your own distinct like sound. Like people can tell it's Zakk Wylde when you play the guitar. So is that still there in this?
Yeah, well, I mean, if Dime was doing the same thing for me, if he was filling in for Ozzy and he was, you know, Dime was playing the solo to No More Tears, even no matter what, if he played it note for note, it would still have Dime's touch and Dime's feel in his tone. So, uh, yeah, it'd be like the same thing. So, you know, but you stay. It's no different than when we were doing, you know, Ozzy stuff. When I'm playing Mr. Crowley, you stay faithful to what St. Rhodes, you know, wrote. The same thing when I do Jake's stuff, I stay faithful to, you know, Jake's Soul and Bark at the Moon and everything like that.
Yeah. And what's your personal favorite song to play, bro, when you're up there?
Well, I mean, we just put Floods is in a set now. And you know, that's just, you know, it was a really special song for Dime, you know, when he was really proud of that one. I mean, but I love from the beginning to giving the guys a hug before the kabuki drops right down to the bow at the end of the night. The whole trip is just it's amazing.
Yeah. And rumors have also been circulating at the moment, mate, about you guys writing some new music together. Is there any truth to that?
What's that, buddy?
So rumors have been circulating about this lineup writing some original music together. And any truth to that?
No, I mean, I guess that would be a bridge we'd cross when we get there, but uh, we're so busy doing this right now, we've never even thought about it.
Yeah, very cool. And at Knotfest, you'll also be playing with King Parrot, who came over and played some shows with you over the end of last year, mate. How'd you get on with those boys?
Wait, who's that, buddy?
King Parrot.
Oh, the King Parrot guys. Yeah, because they're from Australia. No, they're great guys, man. Great people for sure. A kick-ass band as well.
Good laugh, aren't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, they kick ass.
Right, so there's a few other things happening with yourself at Black Label Society at the moment, mate. Starting with a new collaboration with Dunlop and some new guitar pedals, mate. So tell us a bit about that.
Well, yeah, me and Jimmy just, we just reintroduced the pedals I've used forever. So just, the distortion, my chorus, the phase, and then we're putting out the Rotovibe again, the wah. So just tried and true pedals, and then I'm going to be putting the strings out again. So yeah, it's just everything I use. So, and it worked.
And it works. That's the main thing.
Exactly.
And you've also just announced the inaugural Berzerkus featuring Black Label Society, Cody Jinks, Clutch, Blackstone Cherry, and heaps more, mate. Like, tell us about that. What was now's the right time for you to put on your own festival?
Yeah, well, I'm training for the thumb wrestling and the Miss Berzerkus as well. So that's why I'm training. My thigh gap, is looking strong, and my diet's on point. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it's just basically I've known all the bands that are on it. I've known everybody for years. So it's just basically just putting a party together and just getting all my friends and getting everybody to jam at it. So I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah. And there's something in the promotion too about a ride for Dime. What's happening there?
Well, the ride for Dime's going to take place. We spoke with Rita, because she's been doing that for years now. And then, we reached out to Rita because we talked to her all the time. And it's, we were like, Rita, you want to do the ride for Dime over at this? She was like, yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, we'll be celebrating Dime as well. And then it's just going to be a gathering of, berserkers and just get the whole community together and everybody have a good time.
Shit, yeah. What else is happening with Black Label Society, mate? You got anything else to report for us?
I've just been writing and stuff like that. So, we're recording, and I'm, who knows when we're going to put the next album out. I mean, obviously it'll be ready to go. Probably I would figure maybe somewhere 2025, maybe, because I mean, we're so busy doing everything right now. But I mean, the only show we got coming up right now is the Berzerkus. And then, but the album will be ready to go, I'm sure. But I mean, I'm still writing away, and I still got, even when we take these breaks from the Pantera celebration, I'll get in the studio and up in the Vatican here, and then we'll just start recording some more stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of that too, bro, like you've done a lot of albums and a lot of writing over the years, mate. So when it comes time for you to sit down and write, like, do you find it becomes easier or harder to come up with fresh new material? I guess the more you do it.
No, I think with anybody, any musician, you just sit and you just keep writing until you get something you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but it really is the truth. I mean, you could be sitting noodling for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, a cool riff comes out or whatever, and and then you're off and running. So, or you get inspired. I mean, you could hear something, you could be listening to Sabbath or Zeppelin or, anything. I mean, if you're listening to the rock radio and then you hear a cool riff or whatever, and it inspires you to jam something, and then it takes you on a completely different path and you end up coming up with a new song. So, yeah, but I think it's just, you just keep writing until you get stuff that you're inspired with and you have something. I usually just sit down out in my gym out here, the Doom Crew ink iron den over there. And I got my, practice amp out there, and I'll just start writing.
Yeah, cool. All right, bro, we'll close off with this. Like, I don't want to give it too much attention because I hate dealing in the negatives, but there are people out there who have spoken out against this Pantera reunion thing, bro. So what message have you got for them before you come out to Australia?
Well, nothing. I mean, it's just like if you don't want to go, you don't go. And if it's not my job to convince anybody about anything that they should like pizza or they should like Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath or the Allman Brothers. But my whole thing is we don't go. I don't know if you don't like vegetables, don't eat them.
You're an absolute
I
champion
don't
of the
know.
classic, bro.
Yeah. No, but it's like the truth. I mean, I'm not going to try and convince somebody they should like Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath. They're like, I don't like them. I'm like, hey, well, cool. I like them. So that just means more Zeppelin and Sabbath for me. I mean, I don't know.
All right, Zakk. Well, absolute pleasure talking to you again, bro. It's always fun. So we'll see you out here March 21st for the first show in Melbourne.
Without a doubt, brother. So we'll see you there. And until then, I'll, I'll talk to you in a little bit, my brother. I'll try and convince some of my friends to like Zeppelin and Sabbath and Valhalla Java.
I'll do the same, mate. We'll see how we go combined.
All right, my brother. I'll see you in a little bit, buddy.
All right, bro. Take care, man.